Jumoke Davis here, back for the Props Network with your props for tonight's game between the Miami Heat and the Oklahoma City Thunder. It is in Oklahoma City, but it's not on national television. All right, let's go to propsnetwork.com. Don't forget about the NFL playoffs coming up. We got your picks for you. Scroll right down here. Going back to DraftKings, play now. Miami Heat at Oklahoma City. All right, let's look at some numbers for player props. As I look at points, I go down the list here. First one I'm looking at is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'm taking the over on 20.5. And you say, why? Well, he's had 5 straight games of 20-plus points or more. 8 of his last 10 games, he scored 20-plus or more points. And then also, Friday night is his best scoring night. And he's scoring better at home than on the road. I think that all adds up to you taking the over right here on 20.5. Now, I'm going to scroll all the way down here. Some of these are quite interesting. They're fun. First field goal, I would say Chris Paul. But realistically, I want to scroll down here and look at this double-double. Okay, I'm taking Bam Adebayo, yes, at minus 143. Why? Because if Steven Adams is questionable, then that opens up the court for Bam Adebayo. He can score a double-double easily. Now, granted, in the last 6 games, he's only had 1. But I think this is the type of game you don't have the big man from down under, Steven Adams in the middle. He's questionable tonight. Bam Adebayo will have a double-double. Now, top point scorer, I'm going to go with Kendrick Nunn at plus 22 and 100. I know I'm taking the flyer there, but this is how I figure it. Tyler Hero is questionable for the Heat. This is a big game, I think, for the youngsters. You got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who had a huge night last game for Oklahoma City. And you got Kendrick Nunn, a young player who's trying to come up in this league. And I think this type of game that Jimmy Butler will get his points, but let's see what Kendrick Nunn can do. Now, I know he plays a lot of his minutes at the point, but he does fill it up too. I think let's go with Kendrick Nunn. You can still pick Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but if you want to hit a home run, try something different, make a big score, I say why not? Go with Kendrick Nunn. All right, players, points, rebounds, and assists. Go back to Kendrick Nunn at over 20.5. Bam Adebayo, ooh, that's a tough one. I say he's going to get a double-double, but I think we could take the over there at 29.5. Okay, so as I mentioned, we are also going to talk about futures. And only because when I first started doing this, I used Unibet. So I want to go back to Unibet. January 22nd is circled on my calendar. I don't know if it's circled on your calendar, but that's when Zion Williamson is coming back. And last time I looked at who could be the NBA champs, and I know it's a long shot. You remember my reasoning if you've been following me. But last time we looked at this, New Orleans Pelicans were plus 50,000. Now they're plus 25,000. And I know that has something to do with Zion coming back. Then if you also scroll down and look at the Southwest Division, the chances of them becoming the division winner, look at that number, plus 10,000. Now it's a reality. January 22nd, he's coming back. Why not take a flyer on the Pelicans? You never know. For those of you maybe watching for the first time, I'm going to give you 2 teams. Washington Nationals. Nobody thought they would win it all, and they did. They're the reigning champs in Major League Baseball. And St. Louis Blues. They were at the bottom of the league in the NHL. They're the reigning champs. Stanley Cup champs. You never know. Take the bet. Happy wagering, everybody. Ciao for now.